People. Que pasa, suck, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Call it news with a buzz. First thing that is popping in the news is an update about an incident that took place in a place called Somerset. Somerset is in Manchester, wherein an officer of the JCF, Constable Blair, he lost his life at the hands of his wife. It is said that he was cornered up at least 3 times in the head, in the upper body. He was then beaten in the head by some sorts of hammer, same sorts of wife. That lady then barricaded herself in the house. When the popo and paramedics came, they could not get into the house. They had to force entry into the house. Needless to say, she tried to take care of herself. She tried to bust her wrist. Now, people, like any news that is on social media, in the news in a real life, you're always going to have the people that say yeah, and you're going to have the people that say nay. You're going to have the people that say, without having any sorts of facts, that maybe this man was ABUSING, the wife, and then she had it, and then she flipped the lid, and she turned the table. I said it in a couple of videos that I did that, listen, this lady is the agitator, the aggressor, the initiator of everything. However, people still did not believe. So I am going to let you take a look to an interview that was done by Nationwide News with the neighbor of these 2 people, meaning Constable Blair and his wife. He is going to tell you in intricate details the things that he saw, the things that he has experienced, and the bad experiences that Mr. Blair has had for the past couple of years. They've been married for about 8 years. This man is going to tell you what he saw from about 2018, 2019, moving forward. Take a listen, take a look.
I know him never fight her yet. Him never fight her yet. Never ever fight her.
What would she do? What would happen, normal happen when they fight?
Just she a beat him, man. And she a beat her hold her, always a beat him. He have to jump the fence and take with things from her. And throw over my yard.
Were any of these incidents reported that you knew of?
You know, the last time you called police, I'm sitting and say, yo, you ain't nobody running the talk. This a disgrace don't make no sense. Only me and you talk. Why this a disgrace from one another? You go back in the house, man. And him call the police and him say, nobody come.
Did you talk to him about the situation on a friend and friend basis?
Yes, man.
What would you normally say to him? And what would he respond?
I said, Blair, I can't make this happen. I said, boy, I know him or the girl.
Was he afraid of her or something?
I'm not going to say afraid of her, no. But she the aggressor. I'm not going to say afraid of her, but she is the aggressor. Him no fight her back. Look how much she give him, he no give her back one. And I can tell you, from 2018 I come back here, him no fight her, she fight him. Alright, yesterday when I drive over in the lane, Mr. Blair walk come down. By the time I start back up my truck, he come at the door and say, beg you a minute, come here. So I walk behind him straight to the back door, we go to the back door. And him say to me, say, come in. Take off slippers, step in the house, the girl say to me, say, come out. I say, alright. At your house, I'm not going to make a chat me in your house because she have her hand behind her. So every time I step back, so, you're not even get to put on the slippers. 3 shots. The shot them just pass me, so. Now me all tell the police, them say, I walk in a gun, them I say, oh, me know, I say, me lose to live in America. I got a gun shop. I got a gun store. So, I come out and I say, what this man reach out right at the cemetery, talk all the police, them. No answer. So, drive to the highway. Anyway, them call me back. I tell them what happened. Them say, then dispatch a unit. Did them, I can't see no unit. I call them up and say, how long? We're not going to wait until somebody dead. I mean, not dead yet, you know. We're not wait until somebody dead. The woman start get aggressive.
Now, people, you heard from the man that is a neighbor. He told you from 2018, we are presently in 2023. That would have been 4 to 5 years, at least half of the time that this man has been married to this lady. He was ABUSED. He never retaliated, not one time. So people, like me say, I understand that in general, whenever you see some sort of woman flip, it is because they themselves were being abused. However, when I speak on a case-by-case basis. There is no sort of evidence to prove that this man ever even touched this lady. The most he did is shield himself. She lick him with hose. You heard the sister say she fling pot off him. She bust up him head with some sorts of coconut. This has always been the case. He told his sister, he told family members that she actually threatened to take him away. This was actually a couple of days before Constable actually lost his life. Not weeks before, even though this has been going on for at least 4 to 5 years. He told you, or he told his family members that, listen, she's been missing for a couple of days. So people, it seems as if she went and she thought about it. She premeditated that, listen, this is the last straw. I am going to take away this man's life, even though he has not done anything for me or against me, other than treat me right, other than put up with the BS for all of these years, 8 years or so. The sad thing is that the man say make a report when she actually conned up off of him before. However, the Popo did not do anything. People, what we see in these cases is that the relevant authority, they don't treat mental illness with the amount of emphasis that they are supposed to put. However, until somebody loses their life, they are always reactive instead of proactive. So pretty much had the relevant authority, including the Popo, including the constable himself, got the right type of intervention, professional help, maybe he would still be alive. If he had left this relationship, it was only going to end one way, and people, that is the way that it ended. Tragically, point blank and period. Further on in the news, the good that you do follows you, the bad that you do haunts you. I am speaking about a lifestyle that exists in Jamaica where most of these young youths, women and men, they claim that they are chopping the line. They are stealing money from elderly people, mostly overseas. They are taking that money, they are buying all sorts of tool. Them get involved in the badness because the money and the power, they want to keep that power. However, that same tool that they are buying, it is said that applies to their cumbler or their opposition. I am speaking about 2 young youths who are the latest victims in a place called Roehampton that is in St. James. 20-year-old Tovar and 23-year-old Linston Anderson. They lost their life at the hands of some GUNMEN in a St. James. Based on the information, it is said that on Wednesday at about 11 p.m., some men, assailants, rolled up at the house, went inside the house, kicked down the door, blazed them up. One man was seen in a bedroom on his back, all sorts of BLOOD are run through his head. The next one tried to hide under the bed in a separate bedroom, could be the same bedroom. However, he got the same fate, he lost his life. I want you to take a listen, take a look to what the mothers of both youths had to say as it pertains to their son. And then I am going to give them a reality check.
I talk to him Sunday, and talk to him Monday. So if I come cook rice and peace for him. Mommy, I want and cooking, mommy, I hear food I want. I say my son buy the chicken, I soon come. Mommy, you not come the way you treat me. I really never come. From this I'm not talk to him, but I call and check on him. Anyway, call on my son and I said my son go look if me alright. God is alright. Father God will fix it. I know him go fix it. I know. He's very jovial, very kind, very friendly, very, very jovial. Everybody in the community love him, talk about him. Oh Jesus, we can't take it no more, God. Yesterday. No, I don't know if my anyone have anything. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know what to say. I swear to God, I don't know him. I don't know type of company. I have to say Ray because my son about. So my son is see my mother. And when he go away, come back, and my mother and come grams and I cook. My mother saying just when left them, so nobody go down tonight. And boy, see my daughter they come in here feel. Then laugh and watch movie and then go down. Not even an hour after. Sad.
So people, you heard what the mothers had to say. One of the son asked for rice and peas. The next one claims that God is going to fix it. God is going to give her son justice. One is saying that her son was a jovial person. Most criminals that we know, they have charm, they have charisma. That is a part of the MO. That is a part of the characteristic of being some sorts of scammer. You know how to play the game. The game that they play was a very DEADLY game, and it came with DEADLY prizes. People, look at these pictures of these two youths. You see one of them, he is posing with some sorts of gun finger. The next one is seen clearly sitting on some sorts of crown motor vehicle. You know when it comes to the chopper, it is either the Mark X or the Crown. These pictures are pictures by themselves, is not criminal. However, when we take into consideration the controversial way in which they lose their life, talk about Montego Bay, talk about these youths, the way that the people them come in pan them, take them out just like that, like some dog on the street, we can only come to the logical conclusion that, listen, it is either one of them mix up, both of them mix up. However, something must have went wrong. Wherever there is smoke, there is fire. So therefore, for us to assume that this have all to do with choppings, we would not be wrong. If I am wrong, then I will make an apology. However, I am going with common sense and what tells me about this dangerous trend that we see being perpetuated by these youths, especially in a Montego Bay. People, it is sad. However, like them say, if you play silly games, you get silly prizes. Remix it. You play DEADLY games, you get DEADLY prizes. So while we see these mothers in mourning and we sympathize with them, maybe these two youths were also involved with other mothers, losing their loved ones, mourning also. Somebody is a victim in all of this. So therefore, people, these more than likely are not innocent bystanders that just got caught up in the matrix, in the mix-up of the choppings, point blank and period. Further on in the news, this is an update about an incident that took place in Port Antonio, which is in Portland, a couple of days ago, in which two persons, Shade Pink, and the next person, Keno James, I think his name is, do not quote me, lost their life. Based on the information, it is said that they were playing dominoes when a motor vehicle drove up in the lane, a Fielder motor vehicle. That vehicle went down the road, make a U-turn. One young man alighted from the vehicle. He then ran back to the domino table, blazed up about 4 corn or so, in the young lady called Shade. Shade was in an advanced stage of pregnancy. It is said that Shade should have had baby Saturday. So people, we are speaking about a mother and pretty much an unborn child. So therefore, we are speaking about Keno. We are talking about the unborn baby. We are talking about Shade. So therefore, call it a triple. Officially, that is exactly what it is. I am going to show you the video of when they were playing dominoes in the lane like they always do. I am going to show you when the motor vehicle pulled up, past the people playing dominoes, went down the lane, made a U-turn, and then one of the person alighted from the vehicle. U-turn mean they made a U-turn, so therefore as soon as them blaze up the people, they could jump in the vehicle and exit very swiftly. However, at the point in which the person, the trigger man, came out and blazed them up, I am going to stop the video right there because of YouTube's policy. Then I'm going to give my piece. Take a listen, take a look at the edited version of this video, and then I'll give my piece.
Execution style, you know?
Now people, like I said in my previous video, the vehicle came in, the intended target was Shade. The man blazed up some corn pan Shade. One of those corn flew or fly through Shade and hit Keno in at the back. He tried to run, however he collapsed. Both of them were taken to the place of recovery. However, they succumbed to their injuries. Shade was pretty much gone on the spot. The people then jumped back in the vehicle and take with themselves. I told you, Shade have a matey, or Shade was pregnant for a man. His name is Power. Power is a top chopper. Power bought at least 4 vehicles including BMW in a 2023, so therefore he is making a whole bunch of money. Power lives with a lady. That lady's name Jodian Jackson. Jodian Jackson have a sister named Kerryanne Jackson. She have a boyfriend named Killly. He was the trigger man. I showed you a picture of all involved. The moral of the story is that when it comes to this channel, when you hear me talk, it is all based on facts. I do not have a credibility problem. You never hear me name a call up semi-controversial. People, we are all imaginative person. We all have a great imagination. However, this is a facts-based channel, so therefore don't get it misconstrued, don't get it twisted. If I ever say anything wrong, I will always correct it. I am not one of those bloggers in which the relevant authority, meaning Popo, labeled as storyteller, labeled as controversial. These people, whenever them talk, it is usually ignored. They are what we call the little boy that is always crying wolf. So because of their reputation of always putting out BS story, land of make-believe, even when they tell the truth, they are never going to be seen as credible. They are never going to be taken serious. Point blank and period. So people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.